Decline of Mahmud of Ghazni and the rise of Muhammad Ghori. Mahmud of Ghazni ascended the throne of Ghazni in 997 CE. Mahmud was one of the greatest conquerors of medieval period. His attacks devastated northern India and left it in a weak state. Another important ruler who made his influence on India was Muhammad Ghori. He established the Ghorid Empire by taking Ghazni as his capital in 1173 CE. Prithviraj Chauhan and the Rajputs. Prithviraj Chauhan, who was a famous Indian ruler, ascended the throne in 1178 CE and occupied Delhi after defeating Chandelas. He was a king from Chauhamana dynasty and he ruled over the twin capitals of Ajmer and Delhi. Muhammad Ghori wanted a control over Punjab Ganga Valley, which was then under Prithviraj Chauhan. This led to a conflict between both and led to two important battles in 1191 and 1192 CE at Tarain near Bhatinda. Battles of Tarain, the introduction. Northern India was divided into three main power centers, the Solankis, the Gahadwalas, and the Prithviraj's domain itself. Muhammad wanted to attack India and invade through Prithviraj's region. Muhammad wanted to attack Chalukya Solanki kingdom and subsequently he wanted to persuade Chauhan to come to a peaceful treaty. According to the terms presented by him, he wanted Chauhan to mutually divide Solanki kingdom and he also wanted him to convert to Islam. Prithviraj denied this proposal. Captured stronghold at the fortress of Bhatinda. It was a huge setback for Rajputs as they had lost a very crucial and powerful foothold. Chauhan, at learning this, acquired large army to face the invaders. Subsequently, Muhammad marched with his mounted army to intercept him. The two armies met at the fields of Tarain, some 150 kilometers north from Delhi. Govind Rai, seated on an elephant, was the commander-in-chief of Prithviraj's army. Prithviraj's army comprised of some 200,000 troops and 50,000 men. Muhammad's army consisted of some 15,000 men. It consisted of professional Malmuk slave troops and fast-moving horse archers who were superior to their counterparts. The Ghorid army initiated the battle by launching arrows. The Rajput forces counterattacked from three sides and dominated the battle, pressurizing the Ghorid army to withdrawal. The Ghori troops were retreating. When Ghori saw this, he charged against Govind Rai. Ghori and Govind Rai came face to face and fought. Muhammad was severely wounded and was rescued by a young soldier who saved his life. After his departure from the battlefield, the Ghori troops were disheartened and defeated. The defeated Sultan was forced to abandon Bhatinda and retreated. The Second Battle of Tarain. Although Ghori returned to Ghazni, but he would soon return. He was outraged at his defeat and wanted a revenge, so he himself built and reorganized his army for the next few months. Meanwhile, Prithviraj thought that he has defeated the Turkish invaders and took no significant measures for future. The army of Muhammad Ghori comprised of some 52,000 men, which included Turks, Afghans and Tajiks, while the army of Prithviraj Chauhan was 2 to 1 to Ghori's army and comprised of some 100,000 men and 300 war elephants. Muhammad set out with his large army and soon recaptured Bhatinda fort. The two armies again met at the fields of Tarain. Muhammad Ghori played a cunning trick on Rajputs. He pretended to be daunted by the large Chauhamana army and mockingly agreed for the peace treaty, but all this while he was preparing his strategy to pin down their opponents. In the late night, Ghorid army left their camps and secretly took positions near Rajput camps. They attacked the Rajput camps. The Rajput army counterattacked. At the dawn, the two armies stood face to face. The Rajput followed the traditional linear arrangement, while the Ghorid army was organized differently this time. This time also, Ghorid army initiated. Ghori sent two of his horse divisions who were mounted with composite bows to attack the Rajput army. The fast-moving army of Ghori showered arrows over Indian army by turning at 180 degrees. The Ghorid army caused high casualties to the Rajput army. When Rajput army was weakened, Ghori ordered the front wing of army comprising of 48,000 men to attack them. Ghori took the benefit of the weakened center of the Rajput army and ordered Ghulam Lancers to attack them. The Ghulam Lancers soon cleared a big part of Rajput army and Ghorid army captured Prithviraj Chauhan. The Ghorid army won the war. With this win, Muhammad Ghori became the master of Delhi area in eastern Rajasthan. He also defeated Gahadwalas later in 1194 CE. The Battle of Tarain, or I would say the Second Battle of Tarain, was important for Indian history because the Second Battle of Tarain led in Muslim rule in northern India. Having to go back to Ghazni, Muhammad entrusted the further conquest to his generals Qutbuddin Aibak and Bakhtiyar Khilji.